To Trinity Baptist College, the home of the Eagles, an 11 a.m. start time as Trinity Baptist College is on spring break this week, allowing the Eagles and their opponents to come out and enjoy some Florida sunshine. And our visitors for today's doubleheader, the Royals out of Knoxville, Tennessee's Johnson University, and I'm sure they're very glad to be down here in the Sunshine State early this week. Ball game changed to 11 a.m. start time, but we're going to be a few minutes late. Umpire and crew just made its way onto the field, and you see the Eagles players getting the field ready. What we'll do is we'll recap what happened yesterday. In case you missed it, Trinity Baptist College won it 10-9 in a 9-inning single game. Each team had a 6-run rally very late. Trinity Baptist got 6 runs in the bottom half of the 7th inning. At that time, they were off to a 9-3 lead, and it looked like they had put the game away. Another run in the bottom of the 8th made it 10-3, and that run, even though it was unearned, came out very important as in the top of the 9th. Johnson University put together its own 6-run rally, but Dan Richard came in, shut the door, got the last 2 men, Ryan McKinney and Brandon Tyler, to retire the side and preserve the win for Michael Kohick. Richard striking out the last man he faced to pick up the save. Michael Kohick was the winner. He pitched 7 very good innings. He allowed 3 runs, 2 of them earned. He didn't walk anybody, 7 hits and 5 strikeouts. He did throw a wild pitch. And we mentioned Dan Richard, 2/3 of an inning to pick up the save. So excitement late yesterday afternoon, and we're looking for more of the same as we're about ready to play the first of 2. Coach John Copeland on the field. He is assisted by Mr. Xavier German. Coach Copeland in his 3rd year of Trinity Baptist baseball, the 3rd season in existence for the Eagles baseball team. Coach German enjoying his 1st season with Trinity, and former Eagles catcher Cody Ragland has joined the coaching staff this year as well. Meanwhile, Johnson University is led by Mr. Ben Fair. You see him out at home plate going over the ground rules with Coach Copeland. He is assisted by Mr. Tom Phillips and Mr. Jack Barr. Coach Fair in his 7th season with the Johnson University Royals. Coach Phillips in season number 2, and Jack Barr joining the coaching staff this year. Leading off for the Royals at second base, number 27, Chandler Viscardis. Batting second is the shortstop, number 5, Caleb Lee. Batting third in right field, yesterday's starting pitcher, now in right today, number 14, Max McCoy. Batting fourth, the cleanup man, first baseman, number 22, Luke Shepard. Batting fifth is a designated hitter, number 32, Timothy Howard. It was Howard who went deep in the 6th, a 2-run home run that tied the game at 3 before those 2 big rallies, one for each team, happened late in the ballgame. Batting 6th, the third baseman, number 25, Jeremiah Trout, making his first appearance of this 3-game series. Batting 7th in center field, number 6, Dustin Goodwin. Batting 8th in left field is number 17, Ryan McKinney. And batting 9th for the Royals behind the plate, number 19, Brandon Tyler. On the mound for Johnson today will be number 23, Jonathan Howard. We'll tell you more about him and Eagles pitcher Nick Lyle as each young man takes his place on the mound in the 1st inning. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, leading off playing third base, number 6, Jacob Belina. Batting second in center field, number 25, John Shiver. Left fielder T.J. Lanning. He wears number 14 rather. He will bat third. Cleanup man is first baseman Jeremy Rivera, wearing number 37. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 30, Richard Ruth. Batting sixth at shortstop, number 2, A.J. Alexo. Batting seventh in right field, number 33, Gabby Pedraza. The 8th man in the lineup, second baseman, number 13, Kevin Rivera. And rounding out the starting 9, behind the plate for the Eagles in Game 1, number 8, catcher Yardley Camacho. On the mound for Trinity Baptist College, number 11, Nick Lyle. At this time, we're going to turn it over to our PA man. He's introducing the lineups to the crowd, and we'll get ready for prayer and our national anthem. And the Eagles have taken the field. The starters are heading to their positions. After giving each other one last high five, Trinity Baptist College wearing the alternate home jerseys today. Royal blue with the gold lettering and the white pants. Johnson University wearing their navy blues with the white lettering and the gray Visiting Road pants. Nick Lyle on the mound. He is a freshman from Northport, Florida. Did his high school pitching at Imagine High School in Northport. He is making his 6th appearance overall, the 5th start of the season. He is 2-2 with an earned run average of 3.52 in 30 2/3 innings pitched. He has allowed 12 earned runs, 16 total, while walking 9 men and striking out 29. And there you see the freshman, Nick Lyle. His last outing was a good one. 6 2/3 innings against Toccoa Falls College. He allowed 3 earned runs, walked 1, struck out 5, allowed only 4 hits. That was a game that Toccoa Falls won 4-3, but Lyle did a good job for Trinity Baptist College in that doubleheader ball game. He'll be opposed by number 23, Jonathan Howard. Howard will make his 6th appearance overall. He has no wins, 2 losses, earned run average of 12.18, 17 innings pitched, 23 earned runs, 29 total. Howard has walked 12 men and struck out 16. So the freshman Nick Lyle gets set. He'll be facing Chandler Viscardis, Caleb Lee, and Max McCoy to lead things off here in the top of the first. 2 7-inning ball games this afternoon, as that is tradition in college baseball. Again, Trinity won 10-9 yesterday. Some late fireworks from both offensive teams, each one with a big 6-run inning. Trinity's happened in the 7th and Johnson's in the 9th. Dan Richards shut the door for the save. Leading things off now for Johnson University, second baseman Chandler Viscardis. He comes into today's ball game hitting .317. No homers, 4 runs batted in. Time still late in the morning. And the pitch is low and inside, so Viscardis ahead in the count, 3 balls, no strikes. Low 70s, nothing but bright sunshine, not a cloud nearby. Same as yesterday. It is expected to get a little warmer throughout the afternoon. But if you're anywhere in the Trinity Baptist College vicinity, come on over, enjoy some college baseball and some beautiful Florida sunshine spring weather. 3 balls, no strikes. Lyle with the pitch. It's in there for strike 1. So Lyle gets set. 3 balls and a strike. And on the outside corner, strike 2. Viscardis started to trot on down to first, but he will return with a full count. All infielders and outfielders pretty much straight away for Viscardis, and here comes the payoff pitch from Lyle. High pop foul, might have chased ball 4 up and away. And the count remains full. TJ Lanning in left, John Shiver in center, Gabby Pedraza in right. Around the infield, Jacob Bellina at third, AJ Alexo at short, Kevin Rivera getting to start at second today, Jeremy Rivera at first. Yardley Camacho, they call him Jelly, he's behind the plate. Lyle's pitch is popped up, and this one will get out of play. Kevin Rivera came into yesterday's ball game late, had an RBI triple. You can catch a highlight of that on TBC Eagles on YouTube. That was part of that big 6-run inning that the Eagles put up on the board in the bottom of the 7th. He ended up 2 for 2 on the day, even though he came in late. High fly ball into right field. Gabby Pedraza camps under it and makes the catch for out number 1. So Viscardis, a couple of pitches ago, chased one out of the strike zone and fouled it off. Nick Lyle took advantage and got the leadoff hitter. Shortstop number 5, Caleb Lee at the plate. He's hitting .254, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs. So 1 out, bases empty. Ball game just underway. Top of the 1st. Lyle's first pitch to Lee. Fly ball, well hit in the right field. Pedraza chases it back and turns around and makes the over-the-shoulder catch. Caleb Lee hit the ball very hard, but it's out number 2. Good job by Gabby Pedraza. The wind is blowing across from left to right, not very hard, but it did cause Pedraza to have to turn around. He ended up making a wide receiver type over-the-shoulder catch. 2 down, bases empty for the right fielder, Max McCoy. Lyle delivers a first pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. McCoy was the starting pitcher yesterday. Ended up taking the loss in 6 innings, did not bat. He's hitting .244 on the season. No balls and a strike. Lyle delivers, swing and a miss, struck 2. McCoy has 2 home runs and he's driven in 7. He's also drawn 5 walks, so his on-base percentage is very good, .333. He's down in the count 0-2. High foul off to the left side. No balls, 2 strikes. Max McCoy, his first plate appearance of the series. And the 0-2 from Lyle. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. He struck him out. 1, 2, 3 go the Royals in the first. After half an inning, Johnson nothing. Eagles coming to bat. Bottom of the first coming up. Nick Lyle got the 3 men he faced in the first inning in order. And leading things off for Trinity Baptist College will be the third baseman, Jacob Bellina. He'll be followed by John Shiver and T.J. Lanning. First of 2 in this doubleheader here on Tuesday afternoon. Again, thank you for joining us on live stream through TBCEagles.com. Jonathan Howard on the mound. We told you his numbers just a little while ago. He'll be facing left-handed hitter Jacob Bellina, leading things off for Trinity Baptist College. Bellina, 1 hit yesterday, also reached on an error, drove in a run and scored twice. And the Eagles' leadoff man is hitting .214 on the season. He's homered once and driven in 10. Bottom of the first, no score. First pitch from Howard, line drive, base hit into center field. 1 pitch, and the Eagles have the leadoff man aboard. That's a way to get an inning started. And it brings up the center fielder, John Shiver. John had a couple of hits yesterday, drove in a run, and also scored twice. He's hitting .254. No homers, 5 runs driven in. Bellina at first, hit the first pitch into center field for a base hit. And Howard's first pitch to Shiver misses outside. Field pretty much straight away. Shiver ahead 1-0, high fly ball towards the dugout area, and it is going to drop safely, foul. Evens up the count at a ball and a strike. Ryan McKinney in left field, Dustin Goodwin in center, Max McCoy in right. Around the infield, Jeremiah Trout at third base, Caleb Lee the shortstop, Chandler Viscardis at second, and Luke Shepard at first. Behind the plate, Brandon Tyler and Jonathan Howard on the mound. One ball, 1 strike. Howard throws to first, and Bellina is back. Howard with the 1 run. Runner goes. Bunt attempt, pulled back, ball's outside, and Bellina is in there safely. Stolen base for Jacob Bellina. Shiver pulled it back in time, and he's ahead 2 balls and a strike with a runner in scoring position. Bellina got a terrific jump, a good throw by Tyler. But the speedy leadoff man in there easily. 2 balls and a strike. Line drive into center field right at Dustin Goodwin, and Bellina has to retreat. Shiver hit it very hard, but there's 1 out. He gets that just a little bit to either side of the center fielder Goodwin, and that's at least a single and a run batted in. T.J. Lanning had a very good day at the plate. He doubled twice, singled once, drove in 3, and scored twice. First pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Of course, you can catch the written recap of yesterday's ball game on tbceagles.com. Yours truly had the pleasure of calling the game and putting that recap together for you. No balls and a strike. Breaking ball misses, evens a count at 1-1. Bellina singled to lead things off, stole second base. Shiver lined very hard to center field, so 1 out, runner at second, and a pitch. Good fastball, a lot of movement. Lanning took it for strike 2. Lanning hitting .286. And the pitch started to go, held up in time. .286, 1 homer and 10 runs driven in after his big game yesterday. Howard from the stretch, long look back, and the 2-2. Swing and a miss. That is out number 2. Jeremy Rivera steps up for the Eagles. .259 on the season, 2 homers, 20 runs batted in. Drove in a run yesterday, had a double in 5 trips to the plate. Jonathan Howard working that outside corner very well, and he gets strike 1. The 0-1 to Rivera, in there for strike 2. Howard with a lot of movement on his fastball. Bellina and Shiver hit it hard, but Lanning and Rivera having a little trouble at the moment. Runner breaks for third, a breaking ball in the dirt, and no throw. Stolen base number 2 for Bellina. He's at third with 2 out. Howard ahead of Rivera, 1 ball, 2 strikes. He'll work from the windup with a runner at third and a pitch. Line drive down the right field line. It's fair. And a run is in. Bellina scores. Rivera will turn. Head to second. The throw is not in time. Jeremy Rivera behind in the count. Doubles down the right field line. Bellina scores, and the Eagles lead 1-0. Perfect example of going with the pitch, not trying to do too much, and it resulted in a run for Trinity Baptist College. 1-0, Richard Ruth, the designated hitter, steps in, hitting .222. High foul, out of play to the left side. Ruth had a 2-run single in the 3rd inning yesterday, 1 out of 4, hitting .222 overall, no homers, 9 runs batted in. A chance to pick up number 10. Line drive headed toward the gap. It's in there for a hit. Rivera will round third, and that's an RBI single for Richard Ruth. Eagles putting the bat on the ball here in the 1st. They now lead 2-0. 2 straight, 2-out RBI hits. A.J. Alexo at the plate. Runner at first, 2 away. First pitch misses outside. Alexo hitting .205, no homers, 4 runs batted in. Nothing out of 3 yesterday. He did draw a walk. And the 1-0 instead to throw to first. Runner back. 3 hits in the inning for Trinity Baptist College, resulting in 2 runs, runner at first. 1 ball, no strikes to Alexo. Up and away for ball 2. A lot of room in the right center field gap. Alexo, give him the chance. He will go the other way. And the pitch, little bit low. 3 balls, no strikes. Ruth with pretty good speed at first. A lot of the Eagles, very good speed. Coach Copeland likes to use that speed on the bases as well. And a 3-0. This one's taken on the corner for strike 1. Alexo ahead in the count, 3-1, looking for one that he can drive. Throw to first, and the runner's back. Three balls and a strike. Howard working from the stretch. The pitch is on the outside corner. It's a full count. Good take by Alexo. The ball was right on the corner. What that does, though, it gives Ruth the advantage of running on the pitch with a full count, 2 outs. So anything in the gap has a good chance to score the runner from first. Ruth is off. Ground ball to the shortstop, Lee. Good play over to first. Now to retire the side. Eagles get 2 runs on 3 hits, leave a man, and after 1, Trinity Baptist leads 2-0. After 1, Trinity Baptist College leads 2-0. Hitters 4, 5, and 6 due up for Johnson. That's Luke Shepard, Timothy Howard, and Jeremiah Trout. Nick Lyle got the first 3 men in the first inning, ended it with a strikeout. And his offense got him 2 runs. RBI double from Jeremy Rivera and a run-scoring single from Richard Ruth. Jacob Belina and Rivera scored those runs for the Eagles. They lead 2-0. Leading things off, first baseman Luke Shepard. 2 for 5 yesterday with an RBI and a run scored. Got that RBI and that run scored in that big 6-run 9th inning for the Royals. Lyle with the pitch. Breaking ball misses up high. Shepard coming into today's game, 290. No homers, 15 runs driven in. He went to the right side all 5 times up yesterday. Check swing on a pitch up, and he went around. 1 ball, 1 strike. The first 3 all went right to Jeremy Rivera at first base. He got one past the big man at first later in the ball game and then had the run-scoring single in the 9th. Swing and a miss. He's down in the count, 1-2. He hit the ball pretty hard 4 out of those 5 times up. Lyle ahead, 1-2. And the long, slow delivery. And the pitch. just missing outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nick Lyle, the windup. And the 2-2. Curve ball, swing and a miss, got him to chase one up high, and that's out number 1. Strikeout number 2 for Lyle. He's gotten the first 4 men. It brings up the designated hitter, Timothy Howard. It was Howard who hit the 2-run homer down the left field line yesterday. Ended up driving in 3. 2 hits and 5 trips. First pitch is in there for a strike. TJ Lanning leaped high over the fence. He told me before we started today he was just inches away from possibly making that catch and robbing Howard, but the ball landed safely beyond the fence, and at that moment it tied the game at 3. No balls, 2 strikes. Howard coming into today hitting an even 300, 2 home runs, 6 runs driven in. The 0-2 is lined in the left, right at TJ Lanning. And that is out number 2. We've seen a few hard hit balls already today. Caleb Lee and now Howard have both lined out hard to the outfield. Eagles put 2 runs on the board with some hard hit balls as well. Jeremiah Trout making his first appearance of the series. He did not appear in yesterday's ball game. And he's up there now facing the freshman lefty Nick Lyle. First pitch, a breaking ball in there for a strike. Jeremiah Trout, 1 for 12 on the season. Getting an opportunity today, and he lines one down the right field line. It's a fair ball. Trout will round first, head to second. Pedraza had a little trouble picking it up, but made a strong throw and made it a very close play. That'll be a double for the third baseman, Trout. And the Royals have a runner at second base with 2 men out. That ball hit right in a dirt pat directly behind first base down the line. Pedraza, good job, had a little trouble picking it up, but he made a terrific throw. Very nearly got the runner at second. 2 outs, Lyle from the stretch for the first time, and a swing and a miss. Dustin Goodwin at the plate. He came in late in yesterday's ball game. He was hit by a pitch and scored a run in the 9th. Also reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. Swing and a miss, and he's down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Goodwin hitting 200 on the season. No homers and a couple of runs driven in. Lyle from the stretch. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Lyle gets 2 men in the second inning. A double from Trout, he's left at second. We go to the bottom of the second. Trinity leads 2-0. Bottom of the second coming up. Hitters 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Eagles. Gabby Pedraza, Kevin Rivera, Yardley Camacho. 2-0 as Trinity got 2 runs on 3 hits in the first. After today's doubleheader, Johnson will return home for a 4-game series in 2 days against Crowley's Ridge College. That taking place on the Royals' home field Friday the 24th and Saturday the 25th. Both doubleheaders are scheduled to begin at 1 p.m. And then the Royals will play 2 with Montreat College, also starting at 1 p.m. That one on March 28th. Tell you more as we get an opportunity. Gabby Pedraza, the right fielder, steps up for Trinity. He scored a run, a walk, 0 for 3 officially yesterday, and the pitch is downstairs for ball 1. Pedraza hitting .237, no homers, 7 runs batted in. The 1-0. This one looked like it hit the batter, but it was off the catcher's mitt. 2 balls, no strikes. After that doubleheader with Montreat, time is called. Pedraza steps out. On April 1st, the Royals will travel to Alice Lloyd College for a 3-game series in Pippa Passes, Kentucky. Ground ball up the middle, a base hit, and for the second straight inning, Eagles get the leadoff man aboard via the single. That is hit number 4 for the Eagles, and with a runner at first, nobody out, Kevin Rivera steps up. We mentioned earlier, Rivera entered the game in the 7th, picked himself up an RBI triple, singled in the 8th, and scored both times. Runner at first, Pedraza with a huge lead. A's off, and the pitch is up high. Throw down to second. Stolen base for Gabby Pedraza. That's a 3rd stolen base already for the Eagles. And for the second straight inning, they have a runner at second with nobody out. Kevin Rivera, .232. No home runs. He has driven in 8. 1 ball, no strikes. Pedraza, another big lead. And this pitch is downstairs. Doubleheader against Alice Lloyd on April 1st, starting at 1. Single game on April 2nd. 2 balls, no strikes. Howard's pitch. Ground ball to the 3rd baseman. A nice play by Trout. He'll go to first, and Pedraza will hold. So Rivera did not advance the runner. And stepping up for his first appearance in the series, catcher Yardley Camacho. One for 9 on the season. Has a chance to drive in the run. Pedraza, big lead off second. Howard turns and throws, and the runner's back. Second baseman Viscardis covering the runner at second, leaving a huge gap on the infield between himself and Luke Shepard. Line drive, shallow center field, and it's down for the base hit. Dustin Goodwin did all he could, but the ball dropped in front of him. Pedraza had to hold up, make sure it wasn't caught. That's a base hit for Camacho. So with runners at first and third, Jacob Bellina steps up. He singled leading off the ball game and ended up scoring. There's a courtesy runner for the catcher, Camacho, at first base. And a pitch, bunt attempt, pulled back, taken for a strike. Howard a long look over to first. And the pitch line towards right field, and it's going to hang up. Catch is made by McCoy, and the run scores on the sacrifice fly off the bat of Jacob Molina. Gabby Pedraza scores, and the Eagles lead 3-0. Runner holds at first. 2 down for John Shiver. He lined out very hard to the center fielder Goodwin his first time up. Runner goes. Throw down to second is not in time. Christian Draper, the courtesy runner, just picked himself up a stolen base. That's the 4th one for the Eagles already today. We're in the 2nd inning. High drive, well hit into center field. It is over the head of Goodwin, and a run will score. That ball just kept carrying and carrying on Goodwin, and it turned into an RBI double as John Shiver pulls up at second base. Draper scores, and the Eagles lead 4-0. TJ Lanning at the plate, down on strikes in the first. Swing and a miss. No balls and a strike. Lot of open ground in right center. No balls and a strike for Lanning. He tries to go the other way, and he fouls it off. Two runs in, the Eagles lead 4-0. Sac fly from Jacob Molina, RBI double from John Shiver. And Shiver has a huge leadoff second, and the pitch. Breaking ball misses. It's 1-2. Howard from the stretch looks back. The 1-2 misses a bit outside, evens up the count. Two balls, two strikes, and the pitch. A breaking ball stays upstairs, and that fills up the count. Jeremy Rivera on deck. And the payoff pitch. Runner goes. Chopper towards third. It's a foul ball. Trout set to make the long throw to first. But Lanning returns to the plate. Shiver can run. He was off on the pitch. On April 3rd, the Royals will play 2 at Pikeville College up in Pikeville, Kentucky. 3-2 misses outside for ball 4. First walk issued by Jonathan Howard, and 2 men are aboard. 2 outs for the first baseman, Jeremy Rivera. He laced an RBI double right down the first baseline his first time up. First pitch misses, low and outside. Royals will return home on April 8th for a doubleheader with Toccoa Falls College up in Knoxville. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Count even at a ball and a strike. They'll round out the month of April with 2 at Montreat College, 3 at home versus Alice Lloyd, and a doubleheader at Bluefield College. The 1-1 is upstairs, ball 2. JohnsonRoyals.com has all the information about Johnson University athletics. 2 balls and a strike. Rivera digging in. Swing and a foul tip into the mitt. This Friday and Saturday, Trinity Baptist will host Jacksonville's Edward Waters College. A single game on Friday at 12 and a doubleheader Saturday also set to begin at 12. Breaking ball outside. Full count with 2 outs, so both runners will be off on the pitch. Shiver at second, landing at first. There they go, and Goodwin, or rather Howard, got his hitter, and that'll retire the side. Strikeout number 2 for Jonathan Howard, but the Eagles get 2 more runs. 3 hits, a walk, and a sacrifice fly. We go to the third. It's Trinity Baptist 4, Johnson nothing. Eagles lead 2-0, or 4-0 after 2 innings. 2 runs in the first, 2 runs in the second. And as Johnson comes up in the top of the third, Ryan McKinney, Brandon Tyler, and Chandler Viscardis are due to lead things off. Nick Lyle has allowed just 1 hit through the first 2. Leading things off, the left fielder, Ryan McKinney. McKinney was 2 for 5 in yesterday's ball game. And he steps into today hitting 194. Lyle delivers a first pitch up and away. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Good fastball on the outside corner, 1-1. The 1-1 from Lyle misses up high. Two balls, 1 strike. On the outside corner, and that evens things up at 2-2. That doubleheader with Edward Waters is the last home game for the Eagles for quite some time. They're going up to Toccoa Falls on March 31st and April 1st. The 2-2 misses low for ball 3. On April 4th, a doubleheader at Thomasville University. There is a home game scheduled for the JV team on April 10th against Inspiration Academy. Swing and a miss. Lyle has struck out 2 in a row. That is his 4th overall. Eagles will then play at Edward Waters College on April 14th and a doubleheader there on the 15th. And a doubleheader at home against the NAIA's Southeastern University on April 18th. That is the last regular season home game for Trinity Baptist College. And the curveball misses down low. One ball, no strikes. Brandon Tyler at the plate, hitting 140. High pop foul out of play. Tyler was 0 for 3 yesterday, but he walked and scored in the 9th inning. Led off that 9th inning with that walk. Ended up scoring a run. Richard got him later in the inning to end the ball game. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike to the Royals catcher, Brandon Tyler. High pop foul out of play. Team USA plays Team Japan tonight in the semifinal round of the 2017 World Baseball Classic. That game begins at 9 p.m. Eastern Time tonight on MLB Network. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. 3rd consecutive strikeout for Nick Lyle, 5th overall. Turns the lineup over to Chandler Viscardis. He flew out to right his first time up. First pitch coming from Nick Lyle. Misses outside. Team USA with a big win to knock out the Dominican Republic a few nights ago and make it to the semifinal. Puerto Rico knocked off the Netherlands last night. And the pitch. Hard ground ball into left field. A base hit for Viscardis. Second hit for the Royals. And with 2 outs, they have a runner at first for the shortstop, Caleb Lee. Puerto Rico, undefeated in this tournament, has not lost a ball game. Waiting to see who wins tonight between Team USA and Japan. The winner will take on Puerto Rico in the championship game tomorrow night at 9. Runner at first, 2 outs, and a pitch from Lyle. Chopper towards third. Belina fields. He'll go the short route and retire the side. 5-4 on the putout. 1 hit, 1 man left. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. The Eagles lead 4-0. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Trinity Baptist College leads Johnson 4-0. 2 runs in each of the first 2 innings. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Eagles. Richard Ruth, A.J. Alexo, and Gabby Pedraza. Jonathan Howard on the mound, starting his 3rd inning of work. All 4 runs for the Eagles are earned. They've collected 6 hits. Howard has walked 1 and struck out 2. Left-hand hitter Richard Ruth had an RBI single in the first. Howard's first pitch, long drive, well hit into right field, but it's going to hang up. And Max McCoy is there to make the play. Ruth hit the ball deep to right, but that is out number 1. A.J. Alexo grounded to short his first time up. One out, bases empty, bottom of the third, and a pitch from Howard. Long drive, well hit down the left field line. It is going to one-hop the fence. Alexo on his way to second with a double. Ball landed just in front of the 340 mark down their left field line. And the Eagles have a runner at second with 1 out. And Gabby Pedraza stepping to the plate. He singled, stole a base, and scored a run in the second. A.J. Alexo with the 1-out double. Came pretty close to getting 1 out of here. But Pedraza now with a chance to drive him in. And the first pitch inside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Howard from the stretch. This one's fouled back. A good cut by Pedraza. McKinney well off the line in left. A lot of room down to third base and left field line. The 1-1 pulled toward the right side and into right field for a hit. Alexo will round third. There's going to be a play at the plate to throw. Just a little late. Alexo scores. Pedraza takes second. That's an RBI single for Pedraza. He takes second base on the throw. Alexo comes around and Eagles are up 5-0. Gabby Pedraza has hit the ball hard both times up. He's at second base with 1 away. Second baseman Kevin Rivera at the plate. He grounded out to the third baseman in the second. Five 5-0 Eagles lead. And the pitch. Fastball outside, and Pedraza got a fantastic secondary lead. He was about halfway down and retreated after the pitch. So the 1-0. Chopper towards left and in the hole. Pedraza had to hold up, make sure the ball got through. So he will stop at third. And Rivera made a big turn, thought about going to second. But Trout cut off the throw to keep both runners where they are. So base hit for Rivera, runners at the corners. 9 hits for the Eagles. And Camacho at the plate. He singled. His courtesy runner, Christian Draper, stole the bag and came around to score. That was in the second inning. Runner goes, square around a bunt, ball gets away, and Pedraza will score. Kevin Rivera moves into second. That's a wild pitch, and the Eagles now lead 6-0. So a runner at second with one out. 1 ball, no strikes to Camacho. Ball 2 misses outside. First of 2, game number 2, scheduled to start about a half hour after the conclusion of this one. And the pitch misses downstairs for ball 3. Ruth led off with a deep fly out to right. Alexo doubled. Pedraza singled him home. Rivera singled. Pedraza then scored from third on a wild pitch. 2 runs in. Runner at second, a 3-0 pitch. Right down the middle for strike 1. So the Eagles have put 2 runs on the board in each of the first 3 innings and have a chance to add on here, still batting in the bottom of the 3rd. Ball 4 will put runners at first and second. Kristen Draper again will be the courtesy runner for Camacho. Top of the order, Jacob Bellina at the plate. He is 1 for 1. He has stolen 2 bases, scored a run, and driven 1 in. That RBI came on a sacrifice fly his last time up in the 2nd. First pitch in there for a strike. The 0-1 to Bellina on its way. Long drive into center field. And an excellent play by the center fielder, Dustin Goodwin. He robbed Bellina of extra bases and possibly 2 runs batted in. Dustin Goodwin ranged long into the gap in left center field and made a terrific one-handed catch. 2 down, runners hold at first and second for the center fielder, John Shiver. He is 1 out of 2, an RBI double his last time up. Ball 1 is up and in. Fantastic running catch by Dustin Goodwin out there in left center. The 1-0. Shiver showed bunt, pulled it back. Shiver ahead in the count, 2-0. Rivera at second, Draper at first, and the pitch is up and away for ball 3. TJ Lanning looking for an opportunity. He waits on deck. The 3-0 to Shiver on the inside corner. So Shiver still ahead in the count, 3-1. And the pitch is on the outside corner. Shiver looked like he was about to toss his bat and head to first. He didn't like the call, but it's a full count. But again, as happened earlier, the runners will be off on the pitch. Big leads. Howard, long look back towards second. Nobody covering, but Rivera scampers back. Shepard not holding the runner. Both go, and the pitch is up high for ball 4. Third walk from Howard. That advances Rivera to third and Draper to second. TJ Lanning with the bases loaded. Big opportunity for the Eagles. 2 runs have already scored. Lanning has struck out and walked. And the first pitch is fouled off to the right side. Lanning down 0-1. And the pitch from Howard. Breaking ball misses outside. Nice block by Tyler to hold the runners. Kevin Rivera at third, Christian Draper at second, John Shiver at first. A lot of speed on the bases for the Eagles. And the 1-1. Curved ball misses. Ball 2. The 2-1 is popped up, and it will get out of play. Hit just to the right of our bleacher area. I lost it in the high sky. Good thing it was a little bit away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Line drive, a base hit into right field. Rivera scores. Draper hesitated, but he will come in, and the throw to the plate is not in time. Also on the play, Shiver advances to third, and Lanning takes second base on the throw. That's a 2-run single for T.J. Lanning, and the Eagles lead 8-0. Jeremy Rivera at the plate. He's 1 for 2, RBI double. He's also scored a run. First pitch is up and away for ball 1. Eagles have batted around here in the bottom of the third. They put 4 on the board and lead 8-0. High pop foul over near the side and out of play. Count 1-1 on Jeremy Rivera. He did an excellent piece of hitting in the first inning. Got down in the count, 0-2. Went with the pitch and got it down the line to drive in a run. 2 balls and a strike. That was the first run of the ball game for the Eagles. Rivera ended up scoring on Richard Ruth's RBI single. And this one misses outside. So Rivera ahead in the count, 3-1. Runners at second and third. There are 2 outs. Ruth waiting on deck. And a 3-1 from Howard. High pop foul right over our heads. So a full count and the payoff pitch. Hit into right field. McCoy drifts back, he's under it and puts it away. Eagles get 4 runs, 3 hits, 2 men left. After 3, Trinity Baptist leads 8-0. Top of the 4th coming up, and due up for Johnson, Max McCoy, Luke Shepard, and Timothy Howard. Nick Lyle has pitched 3 scoreless innings so far. He has allowed 2 hits. He has not walked a batter, and he has struck out 5. Eagles got 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 4 in the third. And that's where we stand, 8-0 as we start the top of the fourth. Max McCoy down on strikes to end the first. And Lyle ready with the first pitch. Breaking ball misses. Low and outside for ball one. One ball, no strikes. And this one is inside for ball two. So Lyle ready to deliver the 2-0 pitch. Fastball misses down and away. 3 balls, no strikes. McCoy has gone deep a couple of times this year. Driven in 7 runs, and the 3-0 outside, ball 4. For the first time, Royals get the leadoff man aboard. First walk issued by Lyle. Luke Shepard, the first baseman, will step up. He went down on strikes, leading off the second. So Lyle will work from the stretch with a runner at first. Good lead by McCoy. And this pitch, a lot of movement on the fastball, and it's in there for a strike. McCoy not fazed by the lefty on the mound. He's getting a big lead off first and a good secondary. The 0-1, right down the middle, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch, swing and a miss. That is out number 1, and again, that ball had a lot of movement back and forth, and it dipped down at the last instant. 1 away for the designated hitter, Timothy Howard. He lined very hard to TJ Lanning. That was his first at-bat in the second inning. McCoy, the runner at first, he led off with a walk. Lyle working from the stretch. And a first pitch, a good hard fastball. The freshman Lyle looking very good this afternoon. He has already struck out 6 men here in the 4th inning. 2 hits and 1 walk, and this one's fouled off. Camacho out to the mound, discussing things. And we are ready. Lyle is ahead in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. From the stretch. Well hit towards center field. Shiver on the dive, unable to get it. It's down for a hit. McCoy will stop at second. And Howard aboard at first. Valiant effort by Shiver in left center. That's a third hit off of Lyle. 2 men on, 1 out. Third baseman Jeremiah Trout, he doubled to right his first time up. That came in the second inning. First time the Royals have had 2 men on. And Lyle will work from the stretch with runners at first and second. Swing and a foul back and a good cut by Trout. World Baseball Classic, not the only big sporting event going on this week. The men's NCAA tournament will resume Thursday night. Wisconsin and Florida Friday night, the 24th. That game starting at 10 p.m. Baylor and South Carolina also beginning Friday night. That one at 7:30. Kansas and Purdue Thursday night, 9:40. Oregon and Michigan also Thursday night. That game scheduled to begin at about 7:10. Get you the rest of those basketball games, dates and times as we get an opportunity. No balls, 1 strike, pitch from Lyle, swing and a foul back, another good cut by Trout. He's not being fooled. He's had a couple of really good hacks and just missed both of them. Gonzaga and West Virginia, Thursday night at 7:40. Xavier and Arizona, Thursday night at 10:10. All these times Eastern. Lyle looks the runner back. North Carolina and Butler, Friday night at 7:10. UCLA and Kentucky, Friday night at 9:40. No balls, 2 strikes. A breaking ball is fouled off, and a nice job to stay alive by Trout. Okay, that information coming to us from NCAA.com. Oh, and 2 to Trout. 2 men on, 1 out. Lyle with the pitch, and another good cut and a foul back by Trout. So a good battle going between Jeremiah Trout and Nick Lyle. Trout, a freshman out of Granger, Tennessee, Granger High School. Staying alive with some foul balls, looking for one he can hit hard. Rivera covering second and a throw. Rivera had stepped back, headed toward his position. Had to reach back over the bag to keep that ball out of center field. Trout came into the game 1 for 12. He picked up a double in the second. No balls, 2 strikes. Breaking ball misses outside. One and 2 on Trout. Like Lyle might have slipped a little on that last pitch. A little upset with himself, but he regroups. And the 1-2, this one misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And regardless of the result, this is a very good at-bat from Jeremiah Trout. He's had a few good hacks. Fouled off a couple of tough pitches with 0-2. And now has worked it even. So he's made Lyle work. And Lyle will deliver the 2-2. Looper towards second. Rivera will let it bounce, throw to second for one, and that's all the Eagles will get. Timothy Howard, the runner, cut down at second, so a fielder's choice for Trout. And there are two away. Dustin Goodwin at the plate. He went down on strikes to end the second. Rivera let the ball bounce, hoping for a shot at a double play, but good hustle by Trout. And the runners are at the corners with two down. High fastball misses for ball one. And a fastball. Good pitch at the corner, at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike to Goodwin. And the 1-1, swing and a miss at a high fastball. So Lyle ahead in the count, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. 2 on, 2 out. And the pitch. High foul. And we'll do it again. Good job by Goodwin to get the bat up, get it on the ball. Could not hold up his swing, but he's able to foul it off and get another pitch. Outfield straight away. Rivera at first, holding the runner. All 3 other infielders back, and the pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Goodwin tried to hold up his swing. He could not do so, and that retires a side. A hit, a walk, 2 men left. 7 strikeouts for Nick Lyle. We go to the bottom of the 4th. The Eagles lead 8-0. New pitcher on the mound as we start the bottom of the 4th. Number 11, left-hander Noah Mailcoat makes his way out there for Johnson University. Mailcoat takes over for Jonathan Howard. And Mailcoat making his 6th appearance. He's 0-4, 7.33 ERA. Jonathan Howard went 3 innings. He allowed 8 earned runs on 9 hits. He walked 3 and struck out 2. So Mailcoat will start with Richard Ruth, who is followed by A.J. Alexo and Gabby Pedraza. First pitch, high, pop fly down the third base side, and lands safely out of play. Ruth is 1 for 2. He had an RBI double in the first. Flew out to deep right field in the third. High pop up behind the infield. Shortstop Lee is there for the out. So Malakote gets the first man he faces, and with one away, shortstop A.J. Alexo steps up. Alexo doubled and scored in the third. 1 for 2. Came very close to putting one out of here. Right down the line. One hop, the 340 mark. 340 down each line. 400 to straightaway center. 370 and 375 in the alleys, and a high pop-up over near the dugout. Trout is there, and he makes the catch. First two Eagles go down here in the fourth, and it brings up the right fielder, Gabby Pedraza. He is 2 for 2. He has scored twice and driven one in. It's also stolen a base. So a good day at the plate for Gabby Pedraza. First pitch, a changeup, misses low. The 1-0, a good fastball at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pedraza digs in for the 1-1, checks his swing, and a ball in the dirt. He held up in time, so he's ahead 2-1. Malakote delivers. Chopper to Lee. Good play. Throw to first. Not in time. Lee had to wait for the ball to come down. He played the second hop. By the time he's able to make the throw, Pedraza had beaten it out for his third hit of the ball game. Two outs, a runner at first. Kevin Rivera steps up. He is 1 for 2. 3 for 4 overall in the series is a second baseman, Rivera. First pitch, a fastball inside. Good speed aboard at first. Pedraza has 1 steal today. He's off, and this one is fouled back. Pedraza had a good jump, but he will return, and Rivera at the plate with 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Well hit into center field. Goodwin giving chase, and he is there. Rivera gave it a ride, but Goodwin has played a very solid center field today. Eagles get a hit. They do not score. After 4, Trinity leads 8-0. Top of the 5th coming up. Nick Lyle will face Ryan McKinney, Brandon Tyler, and then the leadoff man, Chandler Viscardis. He has pitched 4 innings of scoreless ball, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, 3 hits for the freshman lefty from Northport, Florida. Eagles got 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 4 in the third. And they lead 8-0 as Ryan McKinney steps up. McKinney went down on strikes leading off the third. Remember, this is the first of 2. We have another 7-inning ball game scheduled. It'll start about a half hour or so, give or take a few minutes after the conclusion of this one. No word yet on who the starting pitchers will be, but we're going to have it for you right here on live stream through tbceagles.com. Left fielder Ryan McKinney steps to the plate. And Lyle. A long, slow, but very effective delivery. And the first pitch of the 5th swung on and missed. No balls and a strike. Fastball well up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. McKinney leading off the 5th. The 1-1. Fastball misses a little bit inside. 2 balls and a strike. Temperatures warming up closer to 80 degrees. Not going to get much warmer than that. Might hit 81, 82, according to the forecast on news4jax.com. And this one foul back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Not a cloud in sight. It is a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. We started at 11 a.m. The 2-2 from Lyle misses upstairs. Full count on McKinney leading off here in the 5th. Brandon Tyler waiting on deck. He is followed by Viscardis and Caleb Lee. Payoff pitch. Struck him out. Number 8 for Nick Lyle. Brandon Tyler was one of those 8 strikeout victims. That came in the 3rd inning. Tries a very shallow in right. Shiver and Lanning. Normal depth in center and left, respectively. Belina and Jeremy Rivera playing close to the bags. Middle infielders, Rivera and Alexo back at second and short. And the first pitch is up high. One ball, no strikes. A pitch from Lyle in there for a strike. Lyle winds and delivers the 1-1. A breaking ball, a beauty. 1-2 to the catcher, Brandon Tyler. And the 1-2 in the dirt evens up the count. Two balls, 2 strikes. Fouled off, and we'll redo the 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Tyler. And again with the 2-2, a breaking ball and a good one to catch the inside corner. Lyle has gotten the first 2 men here in the top of the 5th. Leadoff hitter Chandler Viscardis. He is 1 for 2. Singled into left his last time up. High pop foul straight back over my head. Lyle is fan 9 through 4 2/3. And the pitch. Little bit inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 inside, almost hit him. Two balls and a strike. Pitch from Lyle. Inside, ball 3. Three balls and a strike, 2 men out. And the 3-1 inside, ball 4. Second walk issued by Lyle. So the Royals have a runner at first with 2 outs for the shortstop, Caleb Lee. Lined hard to right his first time up, bounced to third in the 3rd inning. Middle infielders at the mound, discussing strategy and any possible stolen base attempt or who will cover the bag if the ball is hit back to the pitcher. Kevin Rivera, the second baseman, A.J. Alexo at short. Viscardis, the runner at first. He just walked. There are 2 outs. And that one catches the outside corner at the top of the zone. No balls and a strike. Lyle from the stretch. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Ahead in the count now, no balls, 2 strikes. Lyle stays upright, lifts that right leg straight up and down, makes it tough for the runner at the first to read if he's going to throw to first or make the pitch. And he varies his deliveries to the plate as well. This one misses up high. That disrupts the timing of the runner at first. Still ahead in the count, 1-2. Runner goes high, pop fly into right field. Pedraza a few steps over, camps under it, and he has it to retire the side. A walk and 1 left. We've played 5. Trinity leads 8-0. Eagles coming up to bat in the bottom of the fifth, leading 8-0. Yardley Camacho, Jacob Belina, John Shiver, 9-1-2 due up for the Eagles. Facing Noah Malacote, came in relief of Jonathan Howard an inning ago. He allowed a hit, but nothing else. Camacho has singled, scored, and drawn a walk. He's also stolen a base, or rather his courtesy runner, Christian Draper, stole the bag and ended up scoring that run. First pitch grounded to third, and Trout with a good stab and a strong throw to get the out at first. Jacob Belina has had a pretty good day. He's hit the ball hard all 3 times, officially 1 out of 2. He has scored a run and driven one in with a sacrifice fly. Ball 1 up and away. His last time up, Belina put one into the gap and was robbed of at least 2 bases by Dustin Goodwin on a terrific running catch. That might have scored 2 runs as well. Breaking ball misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Ball 3 misses up and away. So Belina well ahead in the count. Has a chance to look for his pitch to hit. He has some power. He hit 4 home runs last year. 1 so far this year, and he held up in time for ball 4. First walk from Malacote, and it brings up the center fielder, John Shiver. He is lined out to center, doubled, walked, and scored. First pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Noah Malacote, a very quick delivery to the plate. Throw to first and the runner back. Belina, a good lead. He's off. Swing and a foul tip into the mitt. Throw down to second off the mark, and Belina's in there with his 3rd stolen base of the day. Five steals on the season for Belina. Runner at second now with 1 out. No balls, 2 strikes on Shiver. And the pitch, high, pop fly down the left side. Over near the dugout, Trout is there to make the play. Malacote got ahead of the hitter. He induced a pop-up. 2 outs now with a runner at second for T.J. Lanning. Lanning with 2 RBIs and a run scored today, and the first pitch in there for a strike. The 0-1. Bouncing ball to the second baseman, Viscardis. Easy play to first. That ends the inning. A walk and 1 man left. After 5, the Eagles lead 8-0. Royals will come up in the top of the sixth, trailing by 8. Max McCoy, Luke Shepard, and Timothy Howard are the scheduled hitters. Nick Lyle has gone the distance. He's still out on the mound. Pitched 5 scoreless innings. He has struck out 9 batters. Nick Lyle getting ready to face Max McCoy. Came into today's game hitting .244. He's 0 for 1. Walked his last time up. Lyle ready to deliver his first pitch of the sixth, and it is in there for a strike. Lyle's gotten ahead of most of the hitters today. He's been very effective, and now the 0-1 fouled off. And McCoy down 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Lyle delivers a breaking ball. And a good one for strike 3. That is number 10 from Nick Lyle. So far, he is the player of the game here in Game 1. Spring training action just about ready to get underway in the Florida Grapefruit League. Get you those matchups as we get opportunities. Luke Shepard has gone down twice, hitting .290 coming into today's ball game. And a pitch. Breaking ball misses up and away. The Braves are at the Washington Nationals. Phillies at Minnesota. Tampa Bay at Pittsburgh. The 1-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Toronto and Baltimore also warming up. Houston at Miami. High pop foul out of play. 2 balls and a strike on the first baseman, Luke Shepard. Out in Arizona later this afternoon, Angels and the Reds, Brewers and Dodgers, San Diego at San Francisco. Lyle with the 2-1 on the outside corner, and that evens the count. Kansas City at Arizona. Some night games going on. The Red Sox at the Yankees. 2-2. Another curveball in there for strike 3. 2 balls, no strikes. Toronto and Baltimore also warming up. Houston at Miami. High pop foul out of play. 2 balls and a strike on the first baseman, Luke Shepard. Out in Arizona later this afternoon, Angels and the Reds, Brewers and Dodgers, San Diego at San Francisco. Lyle with the 2-1 on the outside corner, and that evens the count. Kansas City at Arizona. Some night games going on. The Red Sox at the Yankees. 2-2. Another curveball in there for strike 3. Strikeouts for the freshman lefty. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. The Eagles lead 8-0. Bottom of the 6th, Eagles lead by 8. Jeremy Rivera, Richard Ruth, and A.J. Alexo are due up for Trinity Baptist. Hitters 4, 5, and 6 in the batting order. Jeremy Rivera will step up. He had an RBI double in the first, also scored a run, so 1 for 3 here in game number 1. Noah Malacote working on his 3rd inning this afternoon. Came in relief of Jonathan Howard. And he will face the heart of the order. Start things off here in the bottom of the 5th. Breaking ball in there, a good one for a strike. No runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Royals. 8, 11, and 0 for the Eagles. Both teams playing flawless defense. And a pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. And ball 2 misses down and in. So Rivera ahead in the count, 2-1, and the pitch down and in for ball 3. Three balls and a strike. On the inside corner. Full count now to Rivera. Payoff pitch. Ground ball to second. Knocked down by Viscardas. He picks it up and makes the play, 1 away. Good job by the second baseman, keeping the ball in front of him. He's able to regroup, get the out at first. 1 away for the DH, Richard Ruth. He is 1 for 3 with a run batted in. Monday, April 3rd, Miami opens up in Washington. Atlanta at the Mets. First pitch misses, up and in for ball 1. Pittsburgh at Boston in the first interleague series of the season. Brewers will host the Rockies. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Toronto at Baltimore. Detroit at the White Sox. Headed toward the gap. Goodwin on his horse. He will not get there. Ruth around first, heading into second with a stand-up double. Richard Ruth has hit the ball hard 3 out of 4 times up, and that's his second base hit. Second hit off of Malacote. A.J. Alexo will stand up there with a runner at second, 1 out. Alexo 1 for 3. He has doubled and scored. First pitch swinging. Hopper right at the third baseman Trout. Throws to first. On the play, Ruth will advance to third. Good heads up base running by Ruth. Trout playing well in. Fielded on his knees, had to get up and make the throw. Ruth saw an open bag and he took advantage. So a runner at third with 2 outs. Gabby Pedraza has had a terrific afternoon so far. 3 out of 3. A run batted in and 2 scored. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Kansas City is at Minnesota on opening day. Philadelphia at Cincinnati. Padres at the Dodgers. Breaking ball misses outside for ball 1. Cleveland at Texas. Seattle at Houston, and the Angels are in Oakland. That is opening day, Monday, April 3rd. 2 balls and a strike on the Eagles right fielder, Gabby Pedraza. Ground ball to second. Viscardis will pick it up, field, throw to first, and retire the side. Eagles get a hit and leave a runner at third. Top of the seventh coming up. 8-0 Trinity Baptist. Top of the seventh, the Eagles enjoying an 8-run lead, but don't go anywhere. Yesterday, Johnson University came up in the top of the ninth, trailing 10-3. They put 6 runs on the board, had the potential tying run out there at second base. So as we said yesterday, the game isn't over until the final out is recorded, and Johnson very nearly took one away from the Eagles. Dan Richard retired the last 2 hitters, the only 2 hitters that he faced, notched down to save. Nick Lyle working on what could be his second shutout of the season. He shut out the NAIA Aquinas College a couple of weeks ago on March 7th. 4-0 victory for the Eagles in game 1 of that doubleheader that the Eagles eventually swept. His first pitch to Jeremiah Trout misses for ball 1. Trout, Goodwin, and McKinney due up, and if anyone gets on, Brandon Tyler will bat 4th. The 1-0 to Trout, swing and a miss, strike 1. Trout has doubled and reached on a fielder's choice. Nick Lyle has struck out 12 Royals. The 1-1 in the dirt, ball 2. Lyle has allowed just 3 hits. He has walked 2. Game 2 scheduled to start half hour or so after the conclusion of this one. 2 balls and a strike. And this one's upstairs for ball 3. Nobody warming up in the Eagles bullpen, so right now this game belongs to Lyle. And the pitch is popped up on the infield. Lyle wants it, but Bellina calls him off and makes the play. 1 away. There's 1 defensive change for Coach Copeland. Now playing first base, Richard Ruth. He goes in from the designated hitter spot. Jeremy Rivera is out of the game. That puts Nick Lyle officially in the cleanup role in the batting order. New batter for Johnson, number 15, Waldo Odens. And a pitch in there for a strike. Odens, a junior from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Coming into today's ball game, hitting .313. And a pitch from Lyle is hit high into left field. Lanning camps under it, and he's there for out number 2. So 2 down, and Nick Lyle is 1 out away from a complete game shutout. And stepping up to the plate, a pinch hitter, number 36, Kenyon Helmuth, freshman out of Hudson, Indiana. Helmuth 0 for 1 on the season, getting an opportunity here in the 7th, and the first pitch is behind him. If Helmuth can keep it alive, Brandon Tyler will be up next. The 1-0 swung on and missed. One ball, one strike. Lyle winds and delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Lyle set to deliver, and the pitch called, strike 3, and that is the ball game. No doubt about it, Nick Lyle is the player of the game. The Eagles win this one 8-0. Lyle goes the distance, a complete game shutout, 3 runs, or no runs on 3 hits rather, 2 walks, and he struck out 13 men. So a terrific job by the freshman from Northport, Florida. Imagine High School. Nick Lyle, a complete game shutout. Jonathan Howard takes the loss. He allowed 8 earned runs in 3 innings pitched. Game 2 coming up. Look for us at approximately 1:35 to 1:40 p.m. What we will do is we'll stop the film now and look for a new event to pop up. Click on that in approximately half an hour and enjoy Game 2. Eagles win Game 1, 8-0. For Dean Bureau, I'm Ray Bureau. We'll be back in just a bit.